Guys, I have been on a kick of Vosteed knives lately. I have two versions of the same knife. We're going to do first day in pockets on the Vosteed knives Racoon. Well, guys, like I said, it is first day in pockets, but that's a little bit of a surprise because there's two boxes there because I have two different versions of the same knife. This is the Vosteed Racoon. Now, this is a great, great knife. I have been carrying this one because I just in particular like the blade shape a little bit better than this one, but I got to tell you, they're both really good. They have their own points. We're probably going to be looking at this one because, I mean, we'll look at them both, but I'm prominently going to be using this one. So let's see these boxes out of the way and start cracking into this one. This is a really, really good little everyday carry. This one is done in blue micarta, and it's a very coarse micarta. It almost looks like they used bath towels for it. Thumb stud. Well, basically thumb stud only is your only deployment, but it is an axis lock, so you can free flick it. Now, the other one, which is here in my pocket, is done in more of a cleaver style blade, which I do like. I particularly like that blade better, but it's also axis lock with a green micarta that is not as milled. Both of these knives are great. They're really, really sharp. They are both in 14C28N. This is a very good blade profile. This one, like I said, more of a cleaver style, pretty much the same cutting radius, but just a different style blade, has got a black PVD coating on it. So, like I said, they do come in a couple different versions. Let's get this out because I'm going to talk about this one, the one that I carry. So far today, I've been carrying this a good bit and I really dig it. There's a lot of stuff going for it. The axis lock on it is done very well. There is no blade play in this. And it's got enough detent that it does snap. You can see it kind of like if you just put it down, you can feel there's a little bit of tension snapping over it and there's a little bit of tension coming out, which means that this is one of the few, oops, I hit it with my thumb, sorry. One of the few axis locks that I'm able to reverse flick off of. I have a problem reverse flicking off a lot of axis locks because they just lack the detent. I keep putting my finger on it. They lack the detent to allow you to snap past that. Not the case on this. So the micarta on this is done very, very well. Blue micarta is hit or miss for me. And this is a very good blue micarta. And like I said, it's interesting. It almost looks, let me zoom in on it. It almost looks like it's done from like bath towel material. It is a very coarse blue micarta and I dig it. It is a very good look. The thumb stud access on it, really good. The thumb studs are just brilliant on it. The fact is this handle is contoured nicely. So even though I'm down past here, I'm up on this point. Like I'm not completely in it with my full 4-finger grip. I don't feel like I'm sliding off. I'm not all the way down here. Really comfortable grip. Then you've got this area here, like I said, that just basically allows you to really power into the cut. And it is very comfortable. The blade profile on it is very well done. It's pretty much almost a full flat grind. It's a flat grind, but not quite a full flat. So there is a little spot here. So if you do use a fixtured sharpening system, you've got a little shelf where you can attach your Edge Pro. I'm sorry, you can not Edge Pro, but your KME or whatever you need that clamps on there and not have to worry about it sliding around or getting out of position. Pocket clip on it. Really comfortable. It is a nice deep carry pocket clip that slides nicely into the pocket. It's not super deep, but it definitely allows you to carry it forward. You don't have a lot coming forward. The liners have been weight reduced and completely nested. You don't see them at all, which gives it a nice clean look. I like that. I also like the ones where they like shadow box it and redact the scales and you can see it all the way around, but I do like it when they are done really well like this. Micarta backspacer gives it a really good look. And the fact is with the reversible clip, they've given you a placeholder on this so that you can reverse your pocket clip but not have to worry about getting grit and gunk and stuff down in it. And then like I said, the action on it is just really, really good. This is one of those knives that has a very good balance. So the weight is just at about the pivot. So I don't feel like it's tail heavy. I like a tip heavy or neutral balance on a knife. And this is just really, really good. Same with the other one. Great, great knives. And the texturing that's been done on this is not too aggressive. You don't have a problem in and out of pocket. It's not like it's going to tear up your pockets, but it definitely doesn't feel slick. It definitely has got a good feel to it. And with it being micarta and a natural material in there, it's going to expand if it gets wet. So great idea for a handle material if you're going to have wet hands. And this is an outdoor style blade shape. This is something you can use for a lot of stuff. You've got a good bit of flat, a little bit of belly. You could use this for a lot of things if you needed to, process a small animal, things like that. So just an all around great EDC. So I will say there's a couple things I've found about it that I'm not a super big fan of, and we'll talk about those right after you hear from this video sponsor. Guys, you've heard me talk about Coffee Brand Coffee a bunch of times. I'm going to do it again real quick. Coffee Brand Coffee is a channel sponsor. They are a great company sponsoring small channels like mine, but they also are a guilt-free purchase because they do not practice any politics. They have a money-back guarantee, and they roast their coffee on demand. So if you're interested in it, my link down below in the videos saves you 10% at checkout, sometimes more depending on what they've got going on as far as specials and sales. So go check them out. Great product. Thank you very much for sponsoring the channel, Coffee Brand Coffee. Let's get back to the knife. So just a couple small things. This is one of the cases where I wish that these were a little bit bigger. Not much, but because this is a textured surface, you definitely kind of feel like you're in on it and you feel like you're pinched in there. So it's a really good axle sock. I just kind of wish that the posts for it maybe were just ever so slightly taller and maybe domed or something like that. So that would be one. The jimping, while it is good, it's functional jimping. I wish that there was just more of it. So when you're up on it like this, I just wish that the jimping, while it's good, went maybe all the way up here. You could get away with having jimping all the way up on it, especially if you're like using it in this grip. And then the final thing, this is a small thing, and it could just be, I don't know. This came from Jared. But this, I don't think it's anything Jared did. I noticed that the pocket clip moved. And so I was tightening the screws. This screw here, I don't believe is long enough to actually engage the liner, because when I went to tighten it, it just spun. When I pulled it out, it just came right out. I tried to unscrew it and it just felt like it was unscrewing. I used a pair of forceps. I pulled it out. When I went to put it back in, I put the bit driver on it and it went all the way into the socket. So I don't think it's actually engaged. I think it needs to be a little bit longer screw. I think I have some of these screws here. I may try it and see if a longer screw. I think that just that screw is too short to actually engage. You can see it's just not, I can see the end of this screw here, but I can't see the tip of that one. I think it's just too short to actually engage with the threads. So with that being said, this is a great knife. Both versions of it are great. I'm going to put purchase links to both of them down below so that you guys can check them out. I absolutely love the blade on this. This is a very good blade shape. So with that being said, let's turn this around. We'll do, is it a yup or a nup? It's a yup. It's not a nah. It's a yup. This is a very, very good knife. I love so many of the Vosteed knives. So now let's turn us around, do some final thoughts, and send you out about your day. Absolutely love this knife. This is a great all-around EDC knife. I have fallen in love with this since it's been in my pocket. I'm going to try swapping some of those screws around and see if one of those screws might be longer or something. It might have just been something that got put out of place because it just doesn't seem like it's screwing into the metal. So it could just be a little minor issue, but we're going to carry this over the course of the next couple of weeks. I'm going to let you know how I feel about it. I'm going to tell you right now, my opinions probably aren't going to change because it just cuts so well and it's so comfortable. So that's it on this one, guys. You do know there was a sponsored ad in there, so that means I've got sponsors. I've got 3 of them: Temper Trail, Doll Strong Knives, and Coffee Brand Coffee. Pardon me. Coffee Brand Coffee, Temper Trail, discount built into the link, saves you 10%. I've got a coupon code of crazysharp. Works. It's all lowercase, all one word. crazysharp saves you 40% at Beyond EDC, 10% at Fair and Forge Knife Works, 10% at Rosecraft Blades, 10% at KATSU Knives. I also have a ton of affiliate links down below, all the major knife vendors. If you're going to buy a knife, please use those links. Supports the channel, doesn't cost you anything. Amazon store, take it, pin it to your browser, use it for all the Amazon shopping you're going to do, and check out my public Discord I have down below. It says join the community. It's in the description. And I have a membership where I do giveaways, exclusive content, premium tier sharpening tutorial series. There's a private Discord, and we just have a lot of fun. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.